Hello, it's Emma here from Quads Physical Therapy and Clinical Pilates, and I wanted to kind of show you one of the first exercises that I tend to give patients who are suffering with tennis elbow. It's going to seem a little bit strange because I actually start off by giving them an exercise for their neck, and this is because generally for patients, particularly those that have suffered with tennis elbow for a long time, they tend to have other things going on, and a lot of times the neck is involved. So this exercise is one of those that I've found recently I tend to give most people, and it's one of the exercises that really it couldn't give you any increase in symptoms. And so this is why I wanted to share this one with everybody first. So I'm going to show you the exercise. So basically we're going to be lying down in this position. So my knees are bent up, my head is resting on a pillow. You don't need to use a pillow if you're more comfortable without. And my eyes, I'm looking up towards the ceiling. All I'm going to do is I'm going to press my head back into the pillow, and I'm going to make a double chin at the same time. So it's press back, double chin, release. Now notice I'm not lifting up off the pillow. We don't want to do that. It's just press, release. So that's the first exercise that I generally give. I tend to say to patients, do about 10 at a time when you do it. Easiest time of the day to do it is first thing in the morning before you get out of bed, last thing at night before you go to sleep. So there's a couple of times in the day that we're lying down anyway, so we can just get the exercise done. And then I like patients to do it somewhere in the middle of the day. Generally the best time is going to be when you get home from work. If you could get a heating pad on your neck sort of for 10 minutes, lie down, just kind of let the stress of the day go, and then do 10 of the exercises, that can be helpful as well. What we're looking at doing here is opening up the holes in the spine. Let me grab the spine, hang on. So here's a model of the spine. This is kind of how I'm sitting right now. Hips down at the bottom here. This would be the bottom part of the skull there. Stomach would be here, and if we turn it round, these are the bony bits that you feel when you run your finger down the middle of your spine. So right now we're kind of looking through the front here. Now if we turn the spine sideways, I'm going to show you a little closer as well. You can see as one vertebrae stacks on top of the other, there's a little hole, and you've got one either side. And this is where these yellow things come out. These are the nerves. Now, they are not that short, obviously. They join together and they go all the way down to the tips of your fingers. The ones at the lumbar part of the spine go all the way down to the tips of your toes. What we're doing with that exercise where we're pushing our head into the pillow is we are trying to give as much space for the nerves coming out of those holes as possible. A lot of daily life takes us into this sort of forward head position. You know, if we're looking at our phones, chopping vegetables, tying our shoes, picking kids up, you know, whatever it is we're doing, we generally tend to be in that forward head posture, which closes down the holes in the spine. And what that does is then there's less room for the nerves to maneuver. If you have any kind of nerve irritation going on, which a lot of my tennis elbow patients do have, this can start to affect that as well. So what we're doing with the exercise is really trying to take us back away from that forward chin posture, opening up those holes as much as possible to give the nerves as much space as possible to allow them to recover and settle down if they are affected. As always, all the exercises I give should be pain-free. So if you try this exercise and it's not pain-free, stop doing it. Don't continue to do it. Don't think, oh, I'll push on through. Don't do it. Stop doing it. You may find it makes your neck ache a little bit in the first day or two when you're doing it. That's kind of like going to the gym when you're not used to it and aching. That's pretty common. That can happen a lot. It should settle within 2 or 3 days and should not make symptoms down the arms worse. Sometimes if you have a very sensitized nervous system for whatever reason, and long-term pathology can be one of those reasons, you may find that by doing the exercises, I do notice a little increase in my symptoms. If that settles down within half an hour of stopping doing the exercises, you're fine, keep going. If it stays worse, stop doing the exercise. It's not for you. But most patients, I'm going to say, 99% of patients can do this exercise with no adverse effects whatsoever. So as always, if you have any questions or queries, please let me know, and hopefully I will be posting another video pretty soon. Thanks so much. Bye bye.